Now that is how you get a full beat for a night out, baby.
Feel how I'm feeling, baby, give me some of your love. Come give me some of your love. Come give me some of your love. Cause it's on, turn on the radio, baby.
Hi loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am going to show y'all how to get your face beat for going out and keep it beat the entire night. First things first, I'm gonna get my edges out of the way. Okay, edges are done. Number one most important thing when it comes to doing your makeup is your base. Everybody likes to run and skip through the base like it's a race. No, the most important thing is the base. And when I'm talking about the base, I'm talking outside primer and all of that. I'm talking about your skincare. A lot of people like to skip their skincare routine because they're about to do their makeup and it doesn't matter. It does. So I always like to go in with my most moisturizing skincare products, and the snail mucin is one thing that I love to use because it always makes my skin super glowy underneath. So I always go in with a lot of pumps of the snail mucin to rejuvenate my skin and make it super glowy because I'm about to put on makeup and I like glowy makeup. Even if you like matte makeup, skincare and glowy skincare underneath is still very, very important. Do not skip over your skincare because, oh, I'm about to do makeup. No, it's actually so important. I'm gonna choose between this one or that one. Anwa niacinamide and my discoloration serum. Today I'm just gonna do the Anwa because why not? So both of these just always have my skin glowing. And then I literally sit back and I wait for it to sink in before I start my full actual makeup routine. All right, so once it has sinked in, I either go in with two kinds of moisturizers. I either go in with the CeraVe Healing Ointment or my La Roche-Posay triple moisturizer. So as you can see, these are really heavy moisturizers because, as I said, I like glowy makeup. Today I'm gonna go in with this one right here. So I just like to get it under my eye and everywhere possible. Look at my skin right now. This is how my skin is looking like before I put anything on. Okay, now we're actually gonna start with the makeup stuff. Number one thing is obviously primer. Some people like to invest in a crazy expensive primer. I don't really care about my primers too much because I feel like my skincare is honestly the base point of my makeup. But I've been using this primer, and I'll also put the name down here as you can see, but I've been using this primer by Maybelline and I really like it. I've also used their other primer before. I think they've discontinued it, but I'm obsessed with Maybelline primers because I feel like they're not too expensive and they actually get the job done. You want to know how to get rid of smile lines. You want to be smiling in all your baddie pictures without having any smile lines. I know a little trick. I have struggled with smile lines for so long and I have tried so many ways trying to get rid of the smile lines, but this is my number one way. I want you to get an eyeshadow primer. I use this one by Milk and you're gonna put it on your face. I know it sounds crazy, but just do it, trust me. So I put it where my smile lines usually are, which is obviously where my smile lines are, and I just like to go in like that, okay? After you've done that, no, don't put on your makeup yet. You're going to get a setting powder, okay? A loose setting powder that's close to your skin tone, and you're just gonna dab and put it all over your smile lines. And you're just gonna put it all over your smile lines to set that primer in. And I'm telling you, you will not have smile lines the whole entire night. It does not matter how many times you smile, as long as you use a good eyeshadow primer and a good amount of loose setting powder, you are literally set. So I put it all over my mouth. We're gonna go in with our foundation. I use a skin tint because I have just discovered I'm not really a foundation kind of girl, so I go in with my skin tint by Fenty, which I absolutely love and adore. So I just like to dabble in that. I like got some all over my, and I just like to put it everywhere but my under eye. And a lot of times people like to put their foundation everywhere and under eye, but I've discovered if you put your foundation in your under eye, like under your under eye before you put your concealer, you have more higher chances of your under eyes creasing because there's so much product. So I just like to get everywhere but my under eye. Just kind of dabble in everywhere. Hello? Hi babes, how are you?
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a mini skirt and like a black top. Okay.
It's like pink top and it like splits on the side.
Okay, that's cute. Sorry. My roomie for next year called for outfit opinions because we're going out, obviously. Okay, so after that, as you can see, I put my foundation everywhere but my under eyes, and please get it like between your edges. I actually usually do this before I do my foundation, but I forgot. I'm gonna put my, I honestly am running out. This is like my favorite. It is like a Refi brow dupe. I just go in with that, but since I'm running out, I'm gonna also go in with another kind of primer that I use, which is also still by e.l.f. It's the e.l.f. Brow Lift. That one also does wonders for me, so I'm just gonna use a combination of both of them and hope that my eyebrows stick. But usually when I use the Refi brow dupe one by e.l.f., my eyebrows literally stick the whole entire night, y'all. It is the best kind of eyebrow like gel I've ever used. So okay, that was a good curve. I feel like after that I'm just gonna dab my foundation brush around that area again, just to kind of make sure everything's Gucci Poochie. If I'm using a liquid blush, usually use this one by e.l.f. If I'm using a liquid blush, I like to put it before concealer. However, if I'm using like a putty blush, I don't put it before just because it's not as pigmented. But I'm using a liquid blush, the one by e.l.f. today. I don't know which color this is. This one is Berry Well. A lot of people always compliment this one. Oh, I just got it all over my hand. Do like about 2 dabs because I am darker skin tone, but for some people 2 dabs might just not be wise. So just honestly test it out. But and then I just go in with a blush and I like brush it while going upwards. Okay, so you want to like hit it like here, like you see how I'm doing it. Brush it upwards like that. Do not like brush it downwards. Like no. We want to keep it above this like line we have on our face. So just brush it up like so. I just do that to the other side, y'all. But yeah, I honestly love doing makeup so much. Like it's literally my therapy. Like ugh, I love being a girl. Anyways, so I like to go in with 2 kinds of concealer, just depending on how I'm feeling, what kind of vibe I'm going for. If I want a warm undertone, I just go in with my concealer from Fenty. But I also love my e.l.f. concealer. These are my top 2 favorite concealers. I have tried other concealers, but I feel like right now this is my top 2. So honestly, whichever one your pockets feel like investing in. But I just find that I tend to go for my Fenty one a lot during the summer compared to winter. A lot of people like to go in with either a sponge or a makeup brush. Honestly, for me, it just kind of depends the day. I go in with the brush usually on my going out days, and for my everyday makeup, I go in with my sponge. The brush gives me more full coverage than my sponge. Guys, I actually have somewhere to be like soon. Like I'm going to a probate before we go to the function, and it's 6:41 and I just don't think I'm gonna make it on time. And then I just kind of dabble in there. Right after, I like to go in with a set pressed powder. So I just grab my pressed powder. I use this one by Maybelline, and then, or Maybelline, I don't know how to say it, y'all, I don't care. And I go in and I just dab that, and then I blow like there's no tomorrow, because you don't want too much to where it looks goofy, but you want just the right amount. So I just go in and I dabble in there, and this helps so much with not creasing under my eyes throughout the night, and also like making sure like my makeup is staying when I'm sweating, and I'm like patting my sweat from the function. But look at that seamless little, ooh, I love me my pressed powder, y'all. The day I discovered pressed powder was like honestly probably like the best day I've ever had in my life, because I honestly was like, why did I not start using this sooner? I think it's a good addition to have in your makeup routine. If it's not in your makeup routine, baby girl, put it in your makeup routine now. I'm not gonna lie, it's such a great addition. Okay, so now that my pressed powder's on, I like to grab the same blush brush and just go over and make sure like my blush is sitting on top of my setting pressed powder. So I just go like that. Okay, and then after that we're gonna go in with our loose powder right away. And first I was so scared to use two kinds of powders because I'm like, oh my god, like that is so much. Like no, but everything like melts in once you spray it down. And also like if you do both, like your makeup will last. Like I kid you not, like this is like the second most important step. So as I said, blow like there's no tomorrow. Then you're just gonna go in with it. Ooh boy, I just love the seamless under eye. Like it just makes the makeup tea, y'all. And obviously depending on how bright you want your under eye, you can get a lighter or a darker or a warmer. Mine is pretty warm, so yeah. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff, powder going on around. So I just grab a little powder brush and I just kind of dab everything, like, you know, just kind of tell everybody, hey, it's okay, I'm home. It's okay, mommy's here. Mommy's here. I go in with a bronzer to shape my nose and whatnot. Really get the edges because I'm sorry, I love me a good little bronzed nose. It's like my addiction. Hello.
Are you still gonna stop by at my room when we go to the thing?
When we go to what?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still getting ready. I'm doing my makeup right now. Okay, bye, love you.
Bye, love you too.
I'm always on time to things, but when I don't start on time, I'm not on time to things. Does that make sense? Anyways, so I'm turned up of the drink. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, we're not even outside yet. Aussie, chill. Chill. Okay, and then I like to take my foundation brush and kind of like contour my cheekbones. I don't like actually go in with a contour just because I just find that me and contour don't go together. So I've stayed away from it to have a really good makeup routine. All right, now I like to go in with a powder blush to set in my liquid blush, and I just like go on top of. Ooh, baby, we love that. We love that. We love that. And now I like to do a little bit of eyeshadow, obvi. To fill in my eyebrows, I usually go in with my NYX brow tint pen. So it like goes in, kind of fits in. Okay. And then I go in with my LA Girl nude. Honestly, I never really invest too much in an eyeshadow palette because I really don't care. I just need some, like, I always just use one color for eyeshadow, which is literally like, it's like a skin tone-ish kind of color. Like, I never really cared too much about the different colors they have, and I'm not really an eyeshadow guru like that, so just like dabble in a little something. I just like, I've honestly mastered it, I'm not gonna lie. So I just like to, yeah, honestly guys, I'm not gonna lie, when I'm doing eyeliner, like everything has to be quiet. But look at it. I like to do a little like cute little line, like nothing too crazy, just like a little bit like of a swoopy doop. And then I do the same thing on the other side. Boom. Boom. Every time I'm like thinking if I should make it like twins, I just always mess up. So, oh y'all, they're blowing up my phone, y'all. Okay, so another way I feel like my lip liners last a little bit longer is I put some pressed powder all over my lip. It's like Ultra's lip liner, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, it just eats down. And I always like to put it in my going out bag like immediately. A little bit of a red lip. this is the big mama of the show. I like to go in with my fixing spray. Heavy on fixing spray. If you want your makeup to last, you need a fixing spray. Sometimes people like to use 2 kinds of setting sprays. I don't really find that too necessary. I just go in with a fixing spray and I'm honestly Gucci for the night. So, gotta get it a little shake. This is my favorite part. Ready, 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 ready? Ready? Now that is how you get a full beat for a night out, baby. Everything's looking so Gucci. I'm so excited. Okay, but that is my going out makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this video as always, and I'm gonna try and do more beauty stuff because I honestly had so much fun filming this. But yeah, this is our going out makeup, and I'm wishing everybody a good weekend. I'm sprinkling a little good weekend on your way. So with that being said, thank you for watching and stay tuned for more. Of course, in the meantime, you can always binge watch my college vlogs, or you can binge watch my sit down talks, and I will have more sit down talks coming. Everything will be linked down in the description below, and don't forget to subscribe after this video. And if you have any ideas of what videos you want to see me do, feel free to DM me, message me, comment, all of the jazz. And I will for sure keep that at the back of my mind when I'm thinking of videos. So with that being said, I'm gonna close it out, and I hope everybody has a good weekend, okay?
Make sure you ready, baby, 'cause I'm down for anything. Tell me when you ready, baby.